and then like I stopped going around 2019. Uh, and then the pandemic happened. I couldn't see people for 3 years, and then the first Friday we could, like, I don't care if it's the same freaking board game. I want to see people.
Yeah. Part of the problem on my front is that these people are also all over the we all live in different states of the US. I'll say
Right.
that.
Yeah, that's the advantage of college. You have
before the
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, before the pandemic, we were just like occasionally setting up stuff where we'd go and do stuff together. And then the pandemic hit, and it was like, yeah, this isn't really an option anymore, is it? Like, go out and spend a day in a city, that sort of thing. Spend a couple of days, like small trips together, that sort of thing. You were gonna say?
What I was going to say is the advantage of college / university is that, like, you have everything concentrated in one place. Like, you could be from Japan, Mexico, Europe, and then you're all in one place, and then after college, like, boop, everyone's like back to their places, or not even.
Yeah, for us it was, let's see, only one of us stayed in our state of origin. No, wait, I guess I stayed in my state of origin too when I got a job. But I'm like in a significantly different location, and I also was out of state when I went to college anyways, so.
And so for the game, this is the new version that's coming out today, right?
Yes, unless something breaks horribly during the course of this.
Hopefully it doesn't? Like, I see now that the cover changed.
Yes, new title screen.
We can now see Bennett in the beginning and Bennett presumably later down the line.
Up to the imagination for now, I'll say.
I mean, by what you're telling me, it's optional, actually. Like, you tell me all the TFs apart from the one I saw, it's optional.
Yeah, I think you've probably hit the last or one of the last few required TFs. Yeah.
Okay, let's arrange this so I can see some things. Actually, I don't need the internet. How far is he? I don't think I was here since the forest. I completed the forest. I completed the first forest anyway. I saw that there's a second forest.
I think you're in the process of doing, I want to say, Harper's side quest.
Yes, that's why I was directly in front of the
to do the Westnam thing.
Yes. Like, leave weird things so you remember what to do.
See how much you remember.
There's a quest log.
There is.
Solve the riddle. Solve the riddle and find the secret area. Isn't it the secret area that I found of, like, Westeros or something?
Yeah.
Or it's a different secret area.
That probably could stand to put the Westnam thing in the thing, couldn't it?
So it is the Western thing?
Yeah.
Oh, so I need to find it again.
It's like I put a secret area in the first chapter, then when I made side quest in the thing, like immediately after, I was like, no, just reuse that.
So it's WESSEM.
NEM, I believe. So
Let's
west,
see.
east, south, south, north, east, middle. Ooh, you are stuttering like a champ
West,
currently.
east, south,
Your
south.
your
Oh, the
stream
stream.
is stuttering on the movement. Like, that's a very interesting view. It's like worse than it was at any point I ever saw it before, I think.
Can I escape? Oh, right, escaping brings me to this. Oh, no, it's still stuttering.
Which also, yeah, I think last time you like restarted the game to smooth it out.
Let's see, if I switch tabs, is it better? No, it's still stuttering. Oh, it's better now? No. Yeah, I might have to... restart the game.
So that's a funny thing to pop up.
Yeah, I don't know why that was the first thing. Is this better?
Why?
Slightly better?
Better. Yeah, definitely better.
Is it? It's better, but it's not completely, like, fixed, right?
It's not super smooth, but I don't see the juddering anymore, at least.
WESSNEM. SSNEM, okay. And now I have to go to the beach.
Which you can
At
get to
least
easily
the
if you just
beginning.
run into an enemy. If you run into an enemy and...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But running's for losers.
I mean, you got there eventually.
So from the beach, I'm in the beach. Let's go to the west, which is to the left. Then east. Then south. And south again. So that was south 2 times, so north. And then east. And then
You got a lot of white noise in the background for you, I believe.
That's weird, I don't hear anything.
Now I don't hear it. There's something different. I don't know. Technical difficulties, the stream.
Yay, Scuff. Nice, now I don't have to heal. How much white noise can you hear?
It might be Discord partially that I'm hearing if it's not on the stream too.
It's not marking it on my microphone. So it's either something from my computer, like internally my computer, like software. Well, there's nothing here marking anything. It's weird. Scuffy scuff.
Well, it's mainly when your like mic is active at least.
Ba, 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 ba. Did she have a panic attack? Or something?
Is your mic still like? I heard it again.
Hello? Hello?
So
Hello?
it's like, okay, so it's white noise like when you're talking, but sometimes it just continues, I guess, afterwards. I don't know if you have like a level active.
Let's see.
So it's not too bad, and it might just be. It also might just be Discord too, right?
I did modify it a little bit. Yeah, it might be Discord. Because you're hearing through Discord, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I ignore me, I guess, basically, unless someone speaks up in the notices it.
Voice settings and set it so it's likely to hear white noise. Is this better? Can you still hear me?
The white noise is quieter. I can hear you as clearly.
Okay, so that seemed to fix the issue, so I can bump it a little bit more. The problem I have is that it works in decibels, so like there's a bigger difference from 39 to 40 decibels than to 38 to 39 decibels.
Interesting.
Do you know how the decibel scale work?
It's, what was it, exponential or logarithmic? I forget.
One of the two, yeah. It's not linear. Do people normally say pedo? Because I think I've heard the word pedo said like about 5 times or so.
I mean, I might have just been like something that I said more or like wrote more often at this point.
Right. Primo. It's funny how writing's just like a window to the writer in some aspects.
Especially in that moment of time, because I have no idea if I've written it like that more recently.
I have not read the word veto in No B so far.
Probably would be less relevant too, due to the lack of like people with veto powers.
I don't
At
know,
least in most countries.
Charlotte could
Yeah,
probably veto stuff. Especially since she's technically paying for this.
true. See, all the content you've played so far, I think, was within 3, 4, 5 months of apart. So everything you've done, I think, was made by early 2021.
So this is early 2021 6.
Hmm.
What? I had to reread that like 3 times.
That works. She's messing with you, but yeah.
Help on each and I'm stuck. Oh no. It's a dark segment. How many Subats will I found before I found the end of the tunnel? Phew. Oh, it's this again. What did I do?
You pushed the rock on a bad spot.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to walk, but neither is the rock. Oh, but the rock stays. Interesting.
Go to the... Fail it again and go back. You can reset the positions at the thing at the bottom.
Okay. If I go... I double step and die. Can I push this? Yes, I can.
Interesting. I heard you on the... Oh,
Go ahead.
for that, can I push this? I heard you on the stream, but I didn't hear you in Discord.
Right. So maybe either A, I need to speak louder, or B, I can lower my mic settings.
I just find it interesting. It's not a big deal. It only happened the one time so far.
How about now? How about now? Yeah, I can see my bubble lighting up. But I probably should speak louder anyway. Okay, I can move. I cannot grab the treasure. I'm assuming I have to go down that hole because that's the only way. I see. Yes. Hero Subat Sport for you dudes. I saw a lot of holes. That's a lot of diglets. That reminds me, the new Danganronpa game's out. The totally not Danganronpa game.
Is it? I thought it was out like early...
Yeah, June 30th.
July.
I think it was
Is
June
it?
30th. Otherwise, I need to reschedule some plans. And by plans, I mean whenever I'm playing in the afternoon. Because I was thinking, oh, like I finished Breath of the Wild about 5 days ago.
No, so the reason I thought it was later, and it is today, the reason I thought it was later was because my online order doesn't come till Monday. I wasn't like gonna jump in and play it right away anyway, so it's not that big a deal to me, but
Right.
that's fun.
So you also ordered it?
Yeah, it's just one of the games on my list of to buy and maybe play at some point, because like, yeah, time.
Oh. Well, that bug's not coming down. we shouldn't it? Did you play Danganronpa 1/2 or 3?
Yeah, I played 1, 2, 3. I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
She is one of my favorite games of all time.
Well, did you play the other super cool games like, what was the one? Club Ants Parade or something like that?
I don't even recognize what that is.
Do you know what 2Q Games is?
At this point, no.
Aha! I kicked a boulder from down below. I have psychic powers.
Yeah, that's been brought up. There's not really a ton I can do about that at the moment.
Do I need to redo the whole puzzle? I think I need to.
No, you don't need to go back. You don't need to go backwards. I will note that you don't need to go back unless you want to get that box that you didn't grab.
I guess I can do that. Guess I got the box, which I can push into the ocean. So 2Q Games is it's a game company that was funded like almost a year after Danganronpa 3 concluded, and it had like the creative leads and artists of Danganronpa and the Zero Escape series. Have you played those games?
2Kyo game, like Tokyo, but with 2?
2 O's, yes.
Okay, I
P-O-O.
was like, the number and the letter Q that is a bad name. That is an actively bad name. The fact that you can say it and I hear something entirely different.
2Q. I mean, they're Japanese.
Yeah, but it's still a bad name. It's just bad branding.
Thanks for the follow. I repeat, they're Japanese. We're talking about Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy. Okay, different company, but still.
But like, this is just like from like a pure conceptual standpoint poor. If you say something and you interpret it as something different when it's said, that's just bad branding. Like from a pure marketing perspective.
I still like it better than Triangle Strategy.
Like it's better like from a creative standpoint, from like a marketing branding standpoint, it's so much worse.
Fair. Hello. There is a thing. There's a boss. There's probably a boss. That generally only happens when there's a boss. Have you played the Zero Escape series? 999.
Yep.
Zero's Last Rewards?
Virtue's Last Reward is actually what got me into a lot of those sorts of games. I played that before 999 and I liked it a lot.
I was playing it, then I saw, oh, this is the sequel to the other game. So I played 999. Totally legally
was on
my laptop.
It was on PlayStation Plus for PS Vita, and that's why I played it.
Oh, Virtual Last Reward?
Yeah, like way back in the day it was on that.
I played it because it was going on. It was gonna be released on the Nintendo DS.
It's like a 3D game, so I doubt that. 3DS, if anything.
Yeah, probably 3DS. And then 999 was in the normal DS. And then I played 999, totally legally, on my laptop. Do you know what the final boss was? Well, the final puzzle.
Yeah, I know the twist at the end. 999. Yeah, no, I think I actually haven't played through 999, but I've watched Let's Plays of it. I don't know, something about it didn't grip me as much as the other two. But I think the last I like the last twist a lot better.
In Virtual Last Reward?
In 999. The reason I got into like games like that a lot is because Virtuous Last Reward just had like plot twists out the wazoo, and I love plot twists. So
yeah, I think there were less plot twists in 999.
Zero Escape, Danganronpa, Ace Attorney. I know the Zero Escape writer did Ice Omnium Files. Since then, I played the first one of those. I still need to play the second one.
I started the second one, but I need to get more into it.
One of the part of my writing is actually influenced by the Zero Escape writer. I believe it was him. I remember reading an interview where he said like his stories sort of often start with like the plot twist, and he sort of builds around that. And it's not uncommon that how I start my like writing inspiration. It's like I start with the plot twist and sort of work backwards for a lot of those.
For me, at least initially, I start working from the start. It's like, okay, I have this character. I have the situation. Now what do you do?
Yeah. A lot of my skeleton work and stuff like that for writing stories is a lot more just like point A, point B, fill in the details to create a bunch more point A's, point B's, and then fill in detail for that one, and just get more and more detailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm starting to see it in MB. I don't see it as much in OB. And yeah, we definitely need something that doesn't have two letters and end with B. Because then you have this game, which is B.
It's just B, the original B.
The original.
The original B, which is OB. So this is OB.
No, this is 0B. Then we have OB.
Indistinguishable from. Yeah. Okay.
We can make the last one CB.
The more recent one.
Yes.
That is totally. Well, we're saying MB, that hasn't been officially announced, and then there's the other one that I've been chipping away at. That doesn't have a name, but who knows?
The one that I give you tips about the art, is it that one, or are we talking about the ones I just did some things?
The one like you posted stuff today for, that you're doing stuff for, because it's your game way more than it is mine, right?
OB1 Kenobi. So Harper's out because she's hugging her teddy. And this is gonna take a while. Ooh, nice exit. That was just a status defense, I think. I hope. Ooh, new weapon. Is the teddy bear semi-transparent?
Sorry?
Is the teddy bear semi-transparent?
I don't think so.
Like, the semi-transparent shenanigans should have stopped, right?
For some people.
Oh right, the old guy is still semi-transparent, right? Translucent, is it the word?
The old guy. How old is he? He's probably like in his 40s, I think, if I remember.
What is that thing? Because I kinda just skimmed the thing. My name is
They never
Oh, they never
they never
explained.
said anything. They never said anything with regards to what that was.
So was it her teddy bear or just someone's teddy bear?
That teddy bear she feels she wanted and a connection to.
Right. I thought I saw a typo. I thought I saw it too.
No, we haven't had any instances of objects being semi-transparent.
Are objects ever semi-transparent? Okay. Up to the main quest.
Whoops. Did you do all of them? I don't remember. Did you finish
Yeah.
Vincent's?
It was just going into the house, right?
And did you talk to him back at camp?
I think so. I can do it right now.
I mean, in the quest log, it would say it's complete if you completed it.
Oh yeah. I don't have a quest log anymore. It says available. I only have the main quest.
And completed.
Let's see. I have this, which was Livra's. This, which was Harper's, and then this, which was Vincent's.
Cool.
Perdita. Chamomile.
So yeah, it says it's done. Okay, back to the main quest. So you have the option of 2 locations you can go to.
We can go to the forest.
So yeah, there's
or
a
we can go
castle
to the
and
city.
there's a castle and a city, basically. Which one
Or
is more
forest.
compelling to you at the moment?
More forest. Probably less reading.
Less what?
Reading. Or at least more intimate moments with Harper. Intimate, I don't mean like physical intimacy.
I feel like you're digging a hole.
Come on, Twitch, it's not like I meant something dirty. I'm pure, I'm say so.
She is over 18, with all intents and purposes, albeit not really meant to be that way in this.
You just handed me a shovel, didn't you?
I could get you a bigger shovel.
What would be the biggest shovel?
An excavator?
Like, what would... Like, would it be like, oh, you say something that, oh, like, after this, they're meant to do, like, X or Y?
I'm not thinking of anything clever, so I'll let you dig the hole yourself.
No, my excavator. So going back to Zero Escape, what do you think of the last game?
It's been a while. I feel like it wasn't as like... I feel like it had a weird mix of the 999 and the Virtue's Last Reward, where it didn't quite grip me as much, but I still thought it was good.
Yeah, I feel it did rely a little bit on previous knowledge. Like, you had to know who Sigma and Phi were, you have to know who Junpei and whatever the girl was. That's why maybe the third team what was the most appealing? The one with the Yokotaro hair?
Oh, God, it's been so long, I don't remember what you're referring to. Like, legitimately, I would have played these, like, at release. Whenever that was.
Do you not remember the kid that had, like, a sphere for a head?
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, it's been a while. No, I'm just saying, like, I haven't played this in forever. I haven't thought about that story in a long time.
Right. Is there romance in the game? Like, can you choose a partner? Or who knows?
Yeah, there is planned romance stuff.
Is Harper
It's
one
more
of them?
intense. No, not in that way. Not romantically, at least.
I see. Because I saw a comment that said I'm still open for the Bennett and Harper ship. I was like,
No, I've shot that down pretty quickly. I write them more like a sibling relationship.
right.
But yeah, no, the plan is more like a Mass Effect style thing where it builds up to like a end game sort of romance element.
They are childhood friends, right?
Between MC and Harper, MC works for Harper's father's company and sort of hates MC because he's like brown nosing the father.
What's brown?
So sucking up, being basically just. So if you want me to explain the meaning of why it's brown nosing,
is it PG-13?
well, it's like a PG-13 term, so I think it'd be fine to explain it. But the brown comes from. Have you ever heard the term liking the smell of your own farts?
Yeah.
So, brown nosing, like think liking the. Oh yeah, the sheep really's got you there. Yeah, brown nosing. Think of it as in like liking the smell of someone else's farts.
I see.
As per where the brown came from.
That's not bad.
But yeah, MC would have just seen Harper grow up through her like at least high school years, basically, as a result of that.
I see, I see. Mm. It's a sheep. We're trapped by the sheep. What? Oh, okay. Oh no, another bard in RPG Maker game. This is gonna make me stop playing. Like I stopped playing. What is it? Little Beach Academia. Oh, I think I overestimated that guy.
It's just a mob.
Look what you made me do. I heard a. I heard a sheep. Six.
That's funny. It's a D20 roll.
Oh. I scored low. I thought maybe it was a D6. Now I feel bad. So are we gonna LARP? This is a LARPing arc.
I'll let it play out.
Have you LARPed it?
I have not.
Have you played a TTRPG like D&D?
Yeah. I'm not a big player of that, but yeah.
Huh. I thought you'd enjoyed. Would you enjoy 2DM? Like be the dungeon master?
Yeah, that's probably like usually where my interest in that probably more heavily lies, but I tend to the thing that what I would get out of that I get out of just making games like this.
Right.
So
I actually like being a player more than DM. Have you been the player and a DM or just a DM?
no, just player.
Oh, have you tried DMing then?
No, but whenever I thought of potentially doing it, my creative juices went into game deving.
DMing is interesting. Become a forever DM6. DMing is interesting because compared to a game, you cannot do like all the story. You have to let like the players do a little bit. And then as any game, it cannot just be story. There should be some gameplay. Which is rolling a die. That's it for between. Well, hope you enjoyed the game. See you next week with something else. This is gonna end up biting Bennett in the ass, isn't it? Like, can I feel your buddy? Not yet. Libra and being a bake, honestly, the best ship in the game. So you ship Libra and her bakeness?
I could see that working out. Long term, at least.
Does RPG Maker NB have a pout face, or did you make that yourself?
Sorry, I was looking away. Which one?
A pout face?
For who? Emma? Sorry, Bennett?
Yes.
I got a bunch of different parts from different sources and then just put together characters based on what I wanted to do, so I don't remember which one is which.
I haven't used parts for a main character in a while.
Oh yeah, like I don't expect to go back to using them unless I do just a small little project I don't actually want to dedicate making custom art for. Yeah, 5 more minutes would be rejecting the horny seats.
Oh man. What? More body swapping shenanigans. Oh, art. Pitan. Every time I see movement in this kind of scenes, I just hear a ka-ching.
A ka-chink?
Yeah, like the money flying.
What do you
away.
mean?
Like the
just
sound
because
of
it's
a cash register.
Yeah, I try to be smart about it, but I do like making it dynamic. But it also, one of the ways I tried to save money was making it so I didn't have backgrounds. Sort of leveraging just tinting the background and putting them in front.
Yeah, that works. I did that to save time in Magiset.
Usually I won't do more than 2 poses in terms of that. And part of it is it's just the arm moving, not everything else, so that helps to keep the price down.
Mm-hmm. So he's still technically a boy?
Very much at this point, yes. And I think what class you got was one, it just reduced it made the hands more girlish, so.
It's a trap at this point. So he sent fire flying all over the place and he didn't burn the dress? That's what he was trying to do?
Just destroy it. I can't take it off. Let's just destroy it, basically, yeah.
Enchanted riding boots. They get to keep those. And what was the more erotic? Have I? Because I imagine I'm gonna skip the erotic parts, right?
It's relatively minimal. There are like a few scenes in a few of the chapters that go a bit farther, but generally it's not a lot. It's mainly in the bad ends where it will go farther in terms of at least what like the events that happen. So there isn't a ton that you're missing, and there's like usually an alternative scene instead.
I was gonna ask, how did this escalate further?
How did what?
Like, have I quote unquote skipped some of the more risky scenes?
You skip the hey, I'm gonna act horny, so that means you get the horny stuff when it comes across it. This probably was a little bit risque for that specific scene, but it's more just like I'm trying to put in a system where it like opts in and opts out of doing that just based on your choices, which in this case is I'm gonna be horny, so you're gonna get more horny stuff. I'm not gonna be horny, so I'm gonna get not horny stuff. That sort of thing.
I see. I mean, not with that attitude. Any stuff on a live Twitch stream might not be the best idea. I mean, nothing happened last time.
Yeah, like the actual choices to choose them are relatively mundane outside of being explicit in being horny choice. And
I mean,
the
last time was
scenes
pretty horny.
And the scene I don't remember. And the scenes they affect don't aren't that common either.
So last time
because I don't typically, mainly because just noting, I don't typically go out of my way to make scenes specifically to be horny. I just try to like offer the variation between them when they do come up. Which is why it's mostly bad ends.
Like I hear silence. I'm gonna talk. Then we both talk.
No.
What I was gonna say is that
you're not allowed to talk. I will talk over you. Sorry.
Is that a dog? I heard a dog.
Not from my end.
So what I was gonna say is that last time, I played the assassin girl side quest, and I chose to be easy over mysterious. And that was pretty explicit.
Right. Well, admittedly, yeah, maybe I should go back and edit that so that has that. That was written before any of that opt-in, opt-out stuff was added to the game. Maybe I should go back and make variations on it.
One day where you felt particularly like, you know what? I felt like making something spicy. Let's make something spicy.
It was more. It's what naturally came from the scenario I devised. Basically, that's typically if it's going to be that, it's just because it's what makes sense for the story.
King sounds like Zelda. I don't know why Ganon is usually depicted as a pig. That's why I like Ganondorf better. Oh, that does remind me. How does the scene play out in You Just Mysterious? Is it less horny?
Very similarly. No, it's
Oh.
not less horny. It's just the context of going up there that changes, really.
Then yeah, maybe tone it down if You Just Mysterious then?
I think it would be for the horny stuff or not horny, since I already have that system in there.
Ganon and Ganondorf are two different characters? I thought it was like the same entity but different bodies.
The fact that this
Zel-
discussion can be had in the first place probably is more the problem.
Yeah, the lore is all over the place. And do you know what the best part is? Like, the internet worries so much about, like, continuity, if this makes sense, how this fits on, like, everything. And then there's Nintendo, which is like, we don't care. We're just here to make games in it. Just a game in it. They're LARPing. I knew it, they're LARPing. How did you got inspiration from this? If you barely play D&D and you never tried LARPing.
I don't remember what the original idea came from. I'll say that. I don't remember the original idea for most things came from in this. There's just so much things that develop on top of each other as you develop it. Honestly, it's hard to remember.
That reminds me, speaking of inspirations, the anime for my inspiration from Rebirth of Eden, like, just came out, like, last season, I think? Like, there was a manga which inspired Rebirth of Eden, and then the anime just aired.
Yeah, you sort of gotta say a name of something, or else everyone's gonna be, or don't say it and just leave everyone wondering.
I mean, the name's just gonna be a slap in the face. I'll give you what? It's an isekai. That's about farming. Guess the name.
Stardew Valley, the anime.
Farming in Another World.
Oh, that's such an original name.
I know, right? I mean, at least that's the end of it. It could be worse. It could be something like, oh, I died of a heart attack, and then, thanks to the blessings of the gods, now I farm in another world. Why Levy? Levy?
Bennett introduced himself as Liebra
Oh.
because Penelope, who was in the prologue, is there, and he's like, "Don't realize this is me, please."
It's a normal light novel title. I've seen worse. I've seen titles that are like three sentences long. And so you acquired a second party member to bring along your journey. And Penelope was the girl I drew, right?
Yes.
Oh, they changed my class. Oh no, wait, I chose Magician. Never mind.
And she has 2 tier 1 classes that you can pick between. A tank or a
Soldier
physical
is a
DPS,
tank.
basically.
I think I'll choose tank then. But there's a subclass. I don't remember how
You
to...
did. You can equip it. It's just, yeah.
This is better, stat-wise.
Better stats because it's tier 1, but if you're interested in, like, the healing ability, then I don't think the stat difference is going to swing it on that much between one tier worth of them.
You read the last message. There's also a light novel, Nagai Tatoru, Tatoru, which is a shortened title from 196 pages of text.
Yeah, I just like don't want to think about that stuff very often. That's been like a joke for like ages now. It's like it's just like the joke's got to die eventually.
I mean, hard to beat a 196-page joke. I've
terms
seen
of
light
killing the
novels
joke?
with
Sure.
less text.
So yeah, you got enchanted riding boots, which is another shoe that gives you a skill.
Difficult to good age. Yeah, just in case. Oh, I can equip the TF focus to her as well?
Yeah, but you don't have any points in any of those at the moment. Because you haven't got an TF related to them.
Standard basic attack.
If you look at her passive skill, she has a passive that basically says, hey, she's been changed to, so she has access to these TF skills.
Connected to a will, altered to a hero's visage.
Visage, which basically means like the face, the image of someone's face, that sort of thing.
Right. And then our hair, skin on the head. My hair, skin on the head? Or are there different skills I have to like put into?
I connected the accessibility and the like level to all the TF stuff that you do on your character, just to simplify it for both implementing it and for the player. But they get the other party members get different access to different ones based on their TFs.
So when they reach 0 NP, both go to sleep? Is that what happens?
In this case, it's the user of it. It breaks and goes. They go to sleep.
Okay. And this is 3% of max MP, right?
MP is always 100 outside. Yeah, I guess sometimes technically if they have more MP because of a different class, it'll be more. But MP is the standard is 100, so it's basically 3 MP.
But not current MP, is what I meant.
Oh yeah, no, it's just how the regeneration stuff works in RPG Maker. So yeah, it's off the total every time.
Right. Because otherwise, you would never reach 0. This door was open. Benny. Does she chooses, well, I guess I'll know later if she chooses a nickname for you later. Although maybe she sticks to living.
I mean, just because it's not really a spoiler, but there's a point later where you can ask her to use a different one, basically, and you can input it yourself.
Nice. Well, that's a very good tank. Learn about Wobbly and Sleepy. Sure. I mean, I imagine Sleep works like Pokemon, but that's Wobbly. I picked Penny, because how they are Penny and Penny. I would choose Penny as well.
That is cute.
My Egg Penny. Salmon Penny. Rogue has a cooldown of 4 turns. And that's it.
And Enmity, Strike, and Advance Guard also would bring up your aggro, basically. Your aggro defined by basically that icon there that has the Rarg face.
Rarg.
Rarg, Rarg, Rarg.
I don't like the bard, mainly because it's making me attack animals. Damn you, bard. Why you railroad me? That's a lot of... I wonder if this is gonna work. Oh, good person. Ah. I created an earthquake and killed all the flying creatures. Excellent. Oh. These things are really easy to miss.
Oh yeah, don't forget you can talk to the chest afterwards.
Oh, right. Some rope. Okay.
No rope in here, I will note.
Oh. Now I can go to the right. My fragrant necklace. Pretty sure I did not open that chest.
The context there is Penny showed up with that item.
Oh.
That's what lets you use provoke, which could be moved to Bennett if you want.
So I can have my magician. Yeah. I have my magician have provoke, or I can have my soldier have provoke.
Customizability and strategy.
How many mana drinks do I have? Enough. I do like that sleep regains actually notable, not like 1% of the max HP. Yeah.
Yeah, the idea was definitely that because statuses can only be one status, you gotta make them feel substantial. And I tried to design them in a way that there's like an upside to putting them on if you like play it the right way. Though they typically not be a good thing. So to note, since you're not using it, Provoke gives you max aggro, but Advanced Guard does still give you like half max aggro, while also putting you in a guard state.
And guard state gives like bonus stats.
Oh yeah, that specific guard does give also up to defenses.
Why did I not? Why can't I push boxes? Possession of what? Possession of what?
Do you get the joke?
That he's possessed?
It's a chest. It had a thing inside it, so it possessed the thing.
Right.
I love explaining my jokes. Yeah, the goblin turns into a swarm of butterflies because the fight there uses the same random enemy choice method as the rest of them.
Oh, is she into it?
Or she thinks you're into it.
But she has a perverted enough mind to think like, oh, rope. This means bondage.
I will say this element of her personality I really need to like write more because it's been a while since I think that's been relevant.
Oh, she's not into she's not actually into bondage, or she's
where she just sort of
reflected.
Where she just like sort of interprets the most inexplicit things, like the least explicit things, as like obscene. Not like in a judgy way, but just like, oh, okay, okay.
But if you're into it, I mean, I don't judge. Who am I to judge? It's we're holding hands. And still not open this, right?
Naughty.
Look at this aspect of her character that the author decided to forget later down the line.
Oh, it's more just like the most recent sections haven't really had a ton of involvement from her for reasons. But there are definitely things where it's just like, because I write sort of pantsing in the sense that I sort of write just as I feel like they'd say in a given time, that if I had like this trait I associated with her, I might just not think about in that particular scene. It might not come up for a while.
Right. So I'm gonna assume he's wearing, like, panties, but, like, not...
So, earlier on, it was described as a corset, basically, including bra and panties as part of it.
But corset's just the torso part, right?
I'm saying like a corset set that went from like including panties and the... They make corsets that have like the whole thing.
I'll need to search for that.
Do you not believe me?
Like, I believe you, but I probably am thinking, like, no, that's a different set. Like, I was thinking, like, normally princes have, like, this super bulky underwear that you wear beneath the dress so that, like, they don't see your panties.
You're no, you're thinking of petticoats. I want to say, I think,
Probably.
where it's like the thing that goes underneath the skirt to like sort of make a bunch of ruffles and stuff like under the skirt, and it like obscures stuff going up.
Oh, I think I know what you're referring to. Like my sister is really into fashion design, or was into fashion design. So we went to a museum about a guy, I think it was a guy, that did a lot of corsets, and some of those corsets were like full body.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, even if it's technically not like just a corset, if it's like goes beyond that, that's more what I'm saying. Like, it has the other parts to it.
We have people that haven't hear your face, uh, your voice.
They definitely haven't heard my face.
I need to kill it. That's not 6, that's 16, another 7. But haven't you heard? 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I need to get.
Because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, if I'm 7, FYI, 7's going to trial pretty soon about that. So if you don't hear from me for a while.
So next stream we're gonna have 6, not 7. Because
Yeah, we'll just do a. Yeah, we'll just do a live stream from the courtroom.
Not go as well. Please how a 9 will be remembered. Where did I get all the potions?
Where did you get all the potions?
Yeah, I have like 20 potions.
Picking them up out of chest, or maybe you crafted some, or etc.
I see. So this is the way to proceed to the main quest. Therefore, it's time to go back and search for more loot. I might be biased, but I think I like Penelope more than Heather? Harper.
Well, it's a party of characters. You can have your favorites and all that fun stuff.
What was her name? Heather? RP? Right, Harper.
Harpy was the joke.
I tried. I'll just grab this chest before going back.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go back.
But you can find my brother. Oh, is this hinting at...
Yeah, I'll typically put in one of those if there's a hidden chest. I'll hint it via the thing on one of those.
Okay, let's go back.
I don't even remember if I let you go back at this point.
Aha! Oh, Oh.
Good, but it also reset the enemy. There is an opportunity. Well, if you want to fight it, there isn't. Yeah, there's an opportunity in the its path that you can get past it without it hitting it, but it's a small, very limited one.
Oh, I thought it was like a bug. Because it has happened way more than once. That I put like 3 lefts and 4 rights. So it slowly moves away towards like one end.
Right, I mean, I could double check that, but it should have an opening at the very least. But I'm pretty sure I made the pattern so like it does a couple times where it doesn't have an opening, then it does one that does. But yeah, there's the hint that there's a hidden chest in that area. Yep.
Kinda seems too erratic to really predict.
No, it's say it's pretty accurate at the moment. Yeah. It seems consistent. I'd say it looks consistent.
It look like it is consistent, but to me, at least in the at a first glance, it looked too erratic.
Very fair.
Not there. Not here either. This looks like I should pass.
Yeah, there's sometimes I will just put in walls.
Okay, so it's not there. It's not there either. The edge of the world. Where's the chest?
Let me know if you just want to know at a point.
It's in this area, right?
Yeah.
Cannot pass through here. Not pass through here. This just cuts to the next level. And I'm assuming this chest won't like... Looks like a thing. Let's take our time. Monster.
Is that from you?
Yeah. Did you hear like some bells?
I heard bells and I heard just like a sort of sound.
The bells are my dog.
was my first guess.
Oh, I can go behind this tree. But and behind this tree. Aha! Aha, I found the hidden chest. And all I got was a bunch of useless junk. Maybe they'll never figure out the use of it.
Yeah, you picked up something, an item called debris.
Well,
Not a consumable.
more debris.
Yeah.
Yay. That's like 1/3 of my stash. Oh, that's a lot of chests. Silver pendant. Your approach asking yourself, why can't I just jump over that fence to get to the chest? Oh no, my secret nemesis, a 5-foot fence.
You picked up the silver pendant if you want to look at that.
Item... Armor? Silver pendant. Gives the passive skill Essence of Steel. Oh, nice. That's a lot of butterflies. But I have enough mana to kill them.
No, I would not. You know they only have like 1 health. You could just use your spread attack weapon.
Sigh.
You keep getting them.
So much mana wasted.
I mean, yeah. Also, you picked up Spirit Ring as a accessory. That's an AOE magic with less expensive. That's less expensive than a tremor. And gives a bunch of TP via using it.
This is a fire. More attack.
Probably not great on magician.
She has a gun. Well, they have a gun. That's my only excuse. -5. Doesn't make that much of a difference. What's this? Rhyme. Rhyme is okay. Chance to heal status, and this is okay. Fine. How about you then? Okay. Oh, come on out. Hey. Oh, at least they're butterflies. Oh, I was worried for a second, like, did they live?
Yeah, the concept of that. The concept of those enemies is like they have 1 health, but they can like put on a status that makes them. I forgot about that joke.
Yes, I use fast forward.
Yeah.
Like, haha, joke's on you. And fast forward.
Yeah, that one's also telling you there's a hidden chest on this map.
Oh. Well, that's a hidden cave. way around. What? But I was able to move all the other rocks. As Bennett.
I will neither confirm nor deny the legitimacy of that statement.
About the hidden chests?
The ability to move boulders.
What else? Oh no, more story. Let me go back, I want my secret chest full of nothing. The ale's probably the safest thing in the place, isn't it? This area. Ah! First try. I got resources. Collection of useful development tools. Let's save. Well, someone got lazy with the NPCs. Not you specifically. Placeholder. Come on, Bard. You can do better. This reminds me how I used to play D&D with my friends. Like before
Just walking into a wall?
Not exactly, but we used to play like with a blank map and with corks, like wine corks.
Interesting.
Like, our characters are wine corks.
So how does that translate to the reminding? I don't see the connection, at least.
Like very crude, very like.
Okay. Oh, you got another gotcha item, FYI.
All right, we don't have money. Consumables. Is it this one?
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. Remind me what the animation was.
It was the... I mean, it's not too long if you just want to do it. And that is now an
Yeah,
equipable
temple.
that you can equip.
Represents a connection to a grand temple, poison chance 50%. Well, that's useful. Not now, but it's useful.
Yeah, you can equip it if you don't have anyone. If you have someone without a bomb link equipped.
Village. Hello to the folk. She says the same thing twice, right?
Oh yeah, it's not the same between them. Or it is, sorry, it is the same between them. See, if I released the new version before the stream ended, that would distract people that are interested in between that also would watch the stream.
Send with us having Icarue stream the new version before letting us play it. And Icarue isn't even close to the new content.
Well, if you save and go to the title screen, you can show that off. Though I guess I also technically have shown that off before.
Right. I need to end the stream for them to like see the start of the stream, I think.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you'd. Yeah, I don't know how that works. But yeah, you could save and just go to the title screen too if you wanted to. Yeah, it's I'm using the art for it all around, but the stuff in the TF Games page is just partial art. The title screen has the full art.
It reminds me, have I mastered anything? I'm missing a lot of fights. Wait. What's the thing? Barrier guard?
Yeah, that's one of the tactical stance skills, since you haven't been flipping through tactical stances and whatnot.
Do I have hair? I don't have hair, right? Maybe I do.
You do not currently have any. It would be one in there. You'd have at least a one if you had it. No, that's just an.
No, but I have some points in I have like some mental changes, right?
Could you exit and go to the TF skills equipables? Oh no, there it is.
Where?
Sorry, that was just a different menu.
So TF here. So genitalia, interactables, frame, and mental.
Yeah. I think the other menu that had like the zeros and one was just how much was invested in each, I believe.
Great. How much do I need? I need 200.
The stream on my end is
frozen?
loading. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Everything's
Oh
fine
no,
for
it's
us.
no, it's back for me. Okay, it must have been on my side then.
Weird. So I don't have anything for that. Let's see if there's a bed. Can I sleep a bit? Okay. So, isn't this where I started? It's not.
But there's a
Yes,
chest. So yeah, this is actually, yeah. This is where you started. This is where you came in at first. The whole place is a big circle.
So this is where I got into a hole with Harper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, there's the end.
Is there a cross save in this?
What do you mean by cross save? Can you play the game in the Switch? Have you played this game in the Switch and you didn't tell me?
I sure don't know.
You see, you have to stand in front of them for you to talk to them. You dareth to advanceth on the royaleth lineth. Nice up, yeah. Did it get cropped up?
It's part of the joke of poor quality control.
Oh.
People seem not to catch on to that.
Olivia. Didn't change the name. Does the save file carry over to the next version, or do you have to play through it all again? I think that's what they meant with cross save.
Yeah, you can import the saves over, and it should be compatible. There's like some stuff that sometimes needs to get updated. I have like a thing called legacy conversion for that. There's only been one time saves have broken, though. You can still use anything. There's, since I want to say the version .6 to the version .7, I want to say. Oh,
Is
cool, you got a
everything
19.
random? Like, is it actually
No,
random?
there's a few. So in this case, it's like a 16 to 9. It's a 16 to 20 roll, and you get like a slightly different scene if you get 20.
Does something happen on the 20?
Something different does happen on the 20. Not significantly. Well, a bit significantly. The charisma check is stronger, let's say that.
Oh, is the charisma check from him to... From the noble to Bennett, or Bennett to noble?
Noble to Bennett. Oh, it's also worth noting that after the Lieber quest, you have a bi-curious trait added as part of your TF stuff.
Is it a skill, or is it just like a hidden...
It's like a
hidden
TF thing
thingy?
that changed that scene slightly to basically be like, oh shit, I have felt something like that before.
Right, otherwise just the first time he felt it?
Yeah, it would just be slightly different dialogue.
Right. It wasn't skills. Oh, is this what you meant?
Yeah. It doesn't give you like TF skill points, but it's like basically the idea is you got bi-curious trait for a while, and there will be a chance later to commit to it or back out of it.
Yeah, there was this one sentence that would have been there otherwise. Oh, this guy is different.
That was the guy from the beginning, if you don't remember.
Yes. That's the bard. Damn.
Oh, hey,
DM
look.
Doesn't... Go ahead.
Another gotcha item.
Oh. But it's as worthless.
It's lower, notably lower chances than the other one to get a good one. Still got a 2-star, so similar result.
What was it? Echoes. Reflect 1%? Yeah. Would be useful. I guess I could. And that's it. Now I need to... quest log. Now I need to script. Fine. Investigate the situation, escape the castle, deal with the major rat problem. Right. I guess it's this big house. Hello, Kylie.
Or is it Kaylee?
I don't know. Kennedy.
Hello, regardless. Hello, 54.
Hello, 54.
You didn't talk to the chest.
But I even want to wake up the chest. Poor chest. Kylie. Or pronunciation of my name.
I would say that's Kaylee.
Me and was
K-A-Y is usually pronounced K. But you know, English.
English weird. Why you English? Is this from MB? Like the rat portrait?
Wait, what?
Is the rat portrait from MB? Or, I mean, it was cute. That's what I meant.
From MB.
RPG
I think
Maker.
it's just like... Oh, MV. Oh, I thought you said MB, like the thing that we're working on.
Oh.
I don't
MV.
remember if it was... Yeah, I don't remember if it was MV specifically. It's from one of the RPG Maker, like, animal face sets. It's one of those. I own all of them, so I just sort of grab them as I need them, so...
Is that new? I feel that's new.
So, Icarue, do you know what a tank buster is?
No.
Because I based a lot of this on Final Fantasy XIV, which is an MMO. It's the concept of the idea it's an attack like the tank needs to take the attack, or you're gonna get devastated in some way.
Right.
It's also a good attack to use the advanced guard one on, because that guarding halves the damage you take.
Right. I just need to time it up. Time it correctly.
Alternatively, yeah, if you hit it with something like Frost or Burn, you can reduce its attacking stats and reduce the damage of something like a Tank Buster. It's actually fairly significant in these early days for the putting burns and frost on the enemy in order to deal with all that. That was the guard one.
For that?
Yeah, that was the guard one. Yeah, that was the guard one.
Hopefully that. Well, Bennett didn't die. For now.
Cautious stance would make the next attack take to Okay. For that.
It's already did. It's all the thing.
Yeah, I think you actually did nothing with that skill because it applies a status, but it already had a status.
Right. I forget about that.
It's very much Pokemon logic in that sense. You can block statuses by putting statuses on. Which is part of the like tactical element that I like about that sort of concept.
No. Don't kill me. I'm not a rat. Someone messed with the filter of my computer. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm not a rat. I'm trying to fix this. The only thing I can say is I'm not a rat. Do you remember that?
I don't know what you're referencing. Oh, are you talking about the cat Skype
yes.
thing? Okay, okay. No, yeah, I remember that was pretty good.
Poor guy. Like Supreme Court or something like that. And then just like, oh fuck.
Not that high level, but still, like, legitimately, like in their official professional capacity in a court, they showed up as a cat.
I mean, if it was actually Harper, she would have identified Penelope though, right? Like, she hasn't changed that much. And
Sorry, I had to walk
understandable.
away for a second.
So the
What are you
rat... I have a mini suspicion that the rat might
Oh,
be Harper.
okay, got it. I will neither confirm nor deny anything on that front.
But if she's Harper, she would identify Penelope. Right? Her hair hasn't changed to, like, bright pink, like what I did for the commission. So, huh. Continue playing along. Or... I think continue playing along has a better chance of TFing. Alternatively, I probably have to do it anyway. Like, I'll probably have to do the cave anyway.
You can rest at the tavern, too, to note.
Ah.
I believe I made it so that if you go to the door, it just gives you the option to go in or rest at that point.
Mm-mm. Oh, there's a chest. Chest. How do I get to the jail then?
You went in the jail early, if you remember. You got the, you like killed the guard and got the key and opened the thing.
So I need to go super back then.
Yeah, you have to go back, basically.
Let's go super back.
Remember, once you get into the other area, you can actually use the escaping from enemy thing to sort of fast travel to a point.
Right. Let's see what happens.
It's different on each side of the oasis, I'll say that.
Eh.
You can also not go through that path because the top path gives you a free, like, no enemy path. And that would be the cave in question if you want to do it first.
I'll just move it so that later on I'll like remember. Like, oh, this is the cave. You're still locked, right?
So I believe at this point, the running into an enemy should teleport you.
Now we're back here. We're still locked. And I don't have a rope. It was not here, right?
Yeah, it was the other direction that you saw it.
Locked. That's not the jail. Not the jail. Hey.
Oh, you were so close. No, not that way. The other way.
Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Like the sparkles.
Fair. Might move him. Just to be not behind stuff. I put him there. You know.
So they basically both told me to do the same thing.
Yeah, you have to do both either way.
Oh, okay. Eh. I feel those butter... Was that a rock?
Oh yeah, they transform into. I think I made it random, or it was like per enemy. It's a combination of animals and inanimate objects.
What's the accuracy on the gun?
I don't think there's any accuracy downside to any of the basic attacks. Honestly, there's not very many attacks in general that have like low accuracy in any capacity. Generally, I try to design. I try to design evasion and accuracy around the idea that if you're going to make that a state that you deal with, and that I want the player to choose that as what they're doing, right?
Right.
I want them, like, because obviously it's always frustrating to miss an attack. If they're going to miss an attack, I want them to have made the active choice to miss an attack, right?
Right.
Like, to take that risk, because then it's more, you can be more understanding of the frustration when you're the one who decided that.
The magic rock. I'm being attacked by a magic rock. It's a random encounter. It's pretty common in games. Oh wait. What do I do? They told me to head to the castle, but I really got into the castle. And this place told me to go here.
So I think that's the MC's basically like, I know what I want to do, let's go in that direction.
Oh. Or to the north.
So I would recommend healing, FYI.
And then I have mana. I'm pretty full up, I'm gonna save. They say northeast, right?
Just said northern. Northern, but there's like one option for that anyways, so.
This will have significant repercussions. Are you ready? There's no point of no return. Actually, do you want to call it there?
How long have we been going? No, that probably wouldn't be a horrible time to do it. I haven't actually gotten to the point of properly setting up to actually publish the next version, so.
So
it will
there would be wise.
I can't speak of how long it'll take to do the next thing, but it is a longer section of the Oasis.
Yeah, it's not gonna take 5 minutes.
For sure. If you want to call it there, then no objection from me.
Sure. Let's call it there then. Anything else you want to shout out?
Version 0.11 is going to be out in like, I want to say 10-20 minutes, because that's the next thing I'm going to do.
Yep. For me, Rebirth of Eden was released to the public 3-ish days ago. There's a lot of people in the server now. There are new people in the server now for that game specifically. And I don't have specific set updates for anything else, so that's it for me. Well, see you guys next week. Let's see what we stream. It's not gonna be between. Maybe it's gonna be Raincoat spoilers, but it's like I'd be like 10 hours in. That's the problem.
Yeah, okay, so if it's a game you're not gonna play on stream, then maybe that wouldn't be the best choice.
Yeah, and it's really Well, I think it's really story focused because I mean
Oh,
Danganronpa and
if,
Zero Escape were.
if it's like Danganronpa. Oh yeah, so that was something else I wanted to bring up before. If we're going to
Yes,
finish that discussion we had about like Zero Escape and Danganronpa, what do you think of Danganronpa V3?
I liked it.
Okay,
Uh,
there's like so much vitriol surrounding that game in the fandom.
like I understand that there are like the ending is controversial.
I liked
Uh,
it. It's the
in
exact sort of thing that I like out of that series.
Yes, I liked it. I also liked it, and I liked it as a creator. But they're also saying, "Oh, it's your fault that we keep making this kind of games."
I think it's an interesting. I don't. People take things way too personally in that sense. I think it's a really interesting commentary on how mass like media is created because people have a desire for that thing to be made, right? The reason we get all
Yeah,
these reboots, the reason we get all these sequels, these revivals and all that sort of stuff. I think it's like it like is very true.
I think more, and specifically because Raincoat was made. I think it's more a critique on other pieces of media um, more than Danganronpa itself.
I
Like
think it
how Final
acknowledged
Fantasy has 16 plus games because they're
I
not
mean
just 16 games.
I think it is acknowledging that Danganronpa is part of that, but it's not like specifically saying you fans you have a problem, what's wrong with you. I don't think it's doing that. I think anyone taking it personally is uh a little too invested, I guess. Let's say.
Right. I mean, Danganronpa and investment kind of goes like hand in hand.
There
I feel a
it
lot of
was funny
Danganronpa
because
fans
I
are
played that
invested.
game in a bubble like I try to do for most games that I play. I play it in a bubble and I try not to pay attention to what people are saying, and then I come out of it just to see what people are saying. And I saw like the vitriol surrounding. It's like, what? People are weird.
People did not like this game because of the ending.
No, like specifically the critiques of it that I saw were just so in specifically Danganronpa, I liked the first one. I didn't like love it. I liked it quite a bit. The second game, I like legitimately one of my favorite games. I like when I got that, I binged that, and I think I finished in like 2-3 days. It was like what a 30-hour game or something like that. I remember doing
Wow.
that. And then V3, I think I liked on a similar level as the first game, where I just liked it quite a bit to the point that I'd like to see more of it.
The only thing I did not like about B3 is that I kind of wanted slash expected things to like continue from Danganronpa 2. Uh, but then ironically, we got the anime, and then I was like, you know what, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like as soon as that is like such a like fundamental part of how I like interpret what media is. Your enjoyment of anything media wise or really anything in life is just based on your expectations of it, right?
Yeah, which is kind of what they're saying, right?
I like yeah, that there is a bit of that too. For a long time, I've basically, like I said, I try to play games in a bubble because I just want to make my own opinion about it. And I think if you like try to buy into the hype or you try to buy into like the hate or anything like that, you just involve yourself in that, then there's a point where it just yeah. I was just curious what you thought of V3 because I know that is the most divisive game in that series. So
Like, I like it independently of the other two. Like, I wouldn't exactly count it as like it's a Danganronpa game, but it doesn't fit on the Danganronpa lore. Like 1 and 2 and the animes like live on their own world and the Spur Girls. And then B3 lives on a separate bubble.
it's hard to like they suggested links between them, but yeah, I generally agree that in a practical sense, there's no real link between them outside of like the legacy of the previous ones. Which, in a lot of sense, I like what two did in building on one, but I do generally prefer having fresh cast and stuff like that. every time you do a game, like the Persona, like the Final Fantasy, like that sort of stuff, and how they typically do.
Right.
I think I do like those as like a concept for how they approach them.
And then for Zero Escape, they did something similar, which like they brought up two characters in Zero Left Remorse, Virtue's Left Remorse. They brought up two characters but didn't mention who they were until like the very end, which was one of the many plot twists.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember anymore. It's funny because like I remember like during that time I was like really into it, and I remember writing out like a whole fan theory that I like posted online and stuff like that. Like post the fact that like try to connect the games more intimately. It's been a long time since I thought about it, but like a lot of the details of that have just like went away from my head.
The thing is, in with 999, they did not expect to make a sequel. So like a lot of connections in a way, kind of like, oh, 999 is just like really compact, really neat. Like the story could be finished there. But Virtual Last Reward like does kind of tie to the prequel and then ties it to the sequel. Eh.
Yeah, they definitely try to connect them and wrap them up.
But also
It's
another
actually
thing is
interesting. You know, it's actually interesting. The approach to it reminds me of what they did for the Xenoblade franchise.
uh
Uh, Less
no idea
so
now.
than what they. Well, basically, what they did was uh, one and two were pretty independent games. They had a connection, but they were like sort of bubbles that had a light connection to each other. And then the
Right?
third one, while it had like an original cast and story and whatnot, it had a lot more lore, and what was going on was a lot more connected to the connection between the first two games.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like for
Yeah,
example,
it's based on
okay.
execution. Like what I ended up liking is because like I like how they did it for that, because it was an excuse to and explore in a really interesting idea that also brought in those things. It wasn't an excuse to go look at those things. It was more a go back to those two things that had already been done. It was more just a it was a cool idea that could also incorporate them basically.
Right. And I like those kind of things because then you go look into the discourse and then see, oh, this is how everything ties up together. And it's not actually random, even though you think it's random, and here's how everything's connected. Like it happens
Oh
with
yeah.
Zelda or Five Nights at Freddy or that sort of games.
Yeah, I like doing that from the games I'm making and writing and whatnot, how everything's connected. Everything between Oathbreaker, between anything else that I've touched, they all take place in the same continuity.
And only I know how they're all
You know,
connected.
you don't actually know how they're connected. I will
Well, I
note that.
know.
You
Okay, I
know
don't know.
more than the you know more than the public, but there are things I've explicitly not told you.
You're keeping secrets? I feel betrayed.
Yes, even from you.
I mean, eventually, in like 30 years, I'll be able to catch up to Between. And then I see, oh, so this is a connection of OB, and
See,
then this
see,
character and this character connected because they're the great grandparent of the
here,
spirit of.
here here's well, yeah, I don't do a whole lot of character connections. I suppose it's a lot more world building stuff. But with that in mind, yeah, the part of the reason the things I haven't told you is because it's related to the ending of Between.
Right. Yeah, that's fine then.
So, so that like ending of Between is going to probably make a lot more of how things are connected between like Between and Oathbreaker a lot more clear.
Will we finish Oathbreaker by the time you finish Between?
I it feels like they're both like 3-4 years out from being done. So it also depends if we include the supports in that. So
You're like 3 years to complete the main game, 6 years for the supports.
yeah, we're not doing another one of these. I'm going to note.
Or at least not the same way.
I think what it would be a different take on the concept. It wouldn't be if we did another Fire Emblem game. I think it would have to be we are doing something way more original in how we structure it instead of basically copying like this classic Fire Emblem in terms of the structure of the gameplay and all that sort of stuff.
How about we copy a non-classic Fire Emblem, like Engage?
I quit.
The supports are really disappointing in that game.
I mean, that could be our goal. We just get really lazy with the supports if we do it again.
Like something that has potential, but like seems really lazy. But then, as a developer, you understand why they do it. Are
Right.
the
No. So
supports
I think I
between?
remember hearing. I think I remember hearing that Engage had one writer. Like, does that include for the supports?
Oh, if so, I pity the guy. I pity the guy so much.
Oh my, yeah, no, like like as much as like the main story and whatnot is a significant undertaking on its own, the supports are just volume upon volume upon fucking volume. It's so much.
It also doesn't help that the supports in Engage are like 3 pages long, and in OV they're like 11 page long.
Because we try to actually like tell a story like in each of those supports versus like well in Fire Emblem I think is one of the things like I researched when I was like when we were first starting it because I haven't played that many Fire Emblem games so I sort of tried to get more of a feeling for how it typically was done but Fire Emblem even outside of Engage do typically make their supports it's just sort of like a quick conversation they're not really a story unto themselves they're a lot more in depth less in depth from in my experience for a lot of them.
Right. And maybe now you understand why.
Oh, for sure. But I will always emphasize I will always commit to that story quality element.
I mean,
Admittedly, the fact that we have like sort of a length in terms of the script for each support that we're sort of going to, I have let me keep them a bit more condensed.
right. Otherwise,
I
like me nagging, like, please make this shorter, please, has helped
yeah,
you.
I probably won't do that for like the main story stuff just because I want to tell the story I want to tell. But supports for sure. Sports for sure.
Right.
I get the idea of being a bit more, giving a bit more brevity to them.
So I'll nag about that then.
Well, yeah, like I wouldn't go back and like undo the work, but yeah,
Yeah, no. I mean, it's more work to re-edit everything than just like, oh yeah, the first like 20 supports are like super long compared to everything else, which is like relatively short.
there's a bit of that in between too. So like that Harper side quest will probably end up being like the longest side quest. I think that Liebra side quest that you did will also be probably one of the longer ones she has, just on the
Okay.
basis of like since then it's just hard to keep up that like length and in depth of the story and that sort of stuff. I still end up like writing them to the point like to tell the story I want to tell, but at the same time, I feel like I there's some obligation. Like I sort of set a standard for like how long and in depth these side quests should be, and it's like I feel obligated to do it, but I really should not feel obligated to do it like that.
Screw standards. That's how I feel with almost everything. Like, Orchard just like fluctuates in quality and everyone can attest to it.
Kind of what's to it?
Fluctuates?
No,
Fluctuates
everyone.
in
You said it.
quality?
You said it fluctuates, and everyone something. It's you said
Can attest to it? Can witness
attests
it?
to it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Witness
People
me.
comment on that and note that is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Sorry.
it's a meme that my games are like have bugs and spell errors.
Well, to be fair, you did just recently make the recruit, but with an L spelling mistake. I've told
Okay.
you about you typically doing that probably like a dozen times now.
I can give context to that. So you know how Coronel is written with an L,
Colonel. It's
isn't it?
pronounced Colonel.
But
The
it's
there's
written.
this the second O has no pronunciation in it. No, that's the wrong spelling.
Hold on. Is it? How do you write it?
So the second one's right. So yeah, that's pronounced Colonel.
Right. So you're saying an R sound, even though there are no R's.
Yes. I could send you a video.
So when I was a kid, I was like colonel, and then people corrected me. It's like, no, that's colonel. Okay, so recruit is with an L, and no one corrected me until recently, as in like months recently.
Okay, watch this on stream if you like.
How long is it?
It's a short on YouTube, so
Why
it's
do
pretty short.
Americans, and to a lesser extent the British, pronounce the military rank of colonel with an R in it?
Colonel.
And I know what you're thinking, Lawrence, that's rich coming from somebody who doesn't know how to pronounce lieutenant. Nonetheless, the word colonel, much like the word wash, is notable for not having an R. So what's going on? Well, the word colonel entered the English language in the 16th century from French. However, back then the word, much like the average military costume, looked very different. It was spelled and pronounced coronel, and when English settlers advanced to the New World a century later, they took this pronunciation with them. But just as change was afoot in the English-speaking world, the same was true of coronel spelling. You see, 30 years after the Mayflower sent over pilgrims and scurvy, the French decided that the letter R should be replaced by the letter L. These revisions were accepted by the English language, but America couldn't wash away the memory of that R, so it stuck. Today's big question: why do Americans and
Wait, how do you pronounce? Do you say colonel then in British English?
I don't know that. I think he said that to a lesser extent British do it, so maybe they don't. But yet, Colonel's just pronounced Colonel. Basically saying like it came from French. The French changed it. English also adopted that change, but the pronunciation just stuck around.
Right.
So it's stupid because English is stupid. But I
You're
speak it,
telling
and that's
me.
okay. Yeah, I know. But I speak English, and that's the only thing that really matters to me.
Feminine.
Yeah, that was another one I think you've made a few times. It's funny because the first time I saw you make that pronunciation, or sorry, that spelling error, I thought you were making a pun because of all the TG stuff in the game.
Feminine.
Yeah, like you inserted men into feminine. To note, feminine is pronounced with an I. Femin, like in minimum.
Feminine.
Femin, yeah, feminine.
English weird.
All
But anyway.
honestly, all languages are probably like that to a significant extent. It has more to do with history being the biggest thing that developed languages.
Long live Spanish. Viva la
No me gusta.
revolución.
No me gusta.
Well, we should probably end it soonish.
Yeah, I think we were ending it a while ago.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
but then
I
we
will.
talk about our hobbies.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later then. Have a good one,
Yeah.
everyone. Drive safely.
See ya. See you next week. Put the poo.